Hey guys, this is Max Titan and welcome back to our Let's Play Rift series. Now here we are once again joined by Titan Shadow Mage, who is essentially our sort of necromancer, considering we have this, our lesser skeletal zealot, who I think we actually need to rename soon. I'm not sure entirely how we do that, but I'm sure there is a process by which you can actually rename your pets or minions, and I'm trying to think of a good name for this guy, because I would like quite a cool name for him, just to go along with us on our adventures. But anyway, if you actually sort of joined us in our last episode, Let's Face the Light, it's getting a little bit dark here in Talaria, but if you joined us in the last episode, you'll know we did some questing around here, which is in the Sanguine Shores of Silverwood, and as you can see we've travelled quite a bit up here, and we now have a quest around here called Out of the Hands of Evil. But more importantly, folks, just look how, like, we haven't travelled like that far, but still look how tiny an amount that is compared to the whole of Silverwood, and compared then to the whole of the world. It's just crazy here in Lara and in Rift, but it is awesome nonetheless. Now, what are we doing this episode? Well, we have some more quests to do. One we need to complete, and we have to speak to this guy who's further along down that road there in another camp, I believe. But we're not going to be doing that just yet, purely because, you know, we have some other quests to round up and finish here in the Sanguine Shores. And, you know, we don't have to run all the way back here later on just to complete those few quests. I'd like to complete all the quests as we go along area by area. But anyway, we have this one here called Off-World Woes, and we have to kill 3 more wanton destroyers, and then of course there's Out of the Hands of Evil, where we have to recover 1 more relic, and I think both of those sort of main objectives are in the same area, to be honest. Because I believe obviously the wanton destroyers are around here, and obviously if we follow this path up to the relic of Valhalt, basically we'll complete both quests nearish the same time. So I think we'll definitely go and do that. We'll definitely head on up, because doesn't it look cool, folks? I know it's a little bit shadowy today and a little bit dark, but you know, that's just how it goes here in Talaria, you know, because there's quite a lot of sort of weather changes, but we're standing in a sunbeam right now. It just looks so cool, and that is very, very cool. Now, I think here is actually one of our main objectives, which is the wanton destroyers. So we'll go ahead and attack these guys. Boy, don't they look cool, folks. After all, we've got our new abilities, one of which is, of course, necrosis. And what the hell was that? That was crazy. We had like a huge bonfire lit around us. But obviously we have our new ability called necrosis, where it's a just sort of a purely DPS move, and it's sort of along the necromancer role, which is actually really cool. Also then, of course, we have Thunderblast, which by far and away is my favourite one, just purely because it does look awesome, guys. And god, we have another character right here who seems to be sort of, I'm not sure what they're doing. Oh, they're another necromancer, that's pretty cool. Coming across a fellow necromancer player in this game. And it looks like we have completed a quest, and this is obviously a hint talking about treasure alerts, and it says some quests do not require returning to the quest giver. When you complete such quests, click the treasure alert to accept your rewards. The treasure alert has a limited queue size, so be aware that new quests will eventually eliminate unclaimed rewards. Okay, cool, and that is what this is here. And obviously this is the Off-World Woes, which we just completed, and it says, by cleansing the woods of the Malforged Embers and wanton destroyers, you have done the vigil proud, yet a guardian's job is never done. Indeed it is not, but we get some notoriety with the Quicksilver Scholars, some XP and some gold, which is obviously much appreciated and gladly accepted. Now where are we heading? Oh, we're heading up the sort of hill up here, because that is sort of where we are going in our sort of next area, and that's where we need to be heading, to be honest. So let us quickly take out these mobs along the way, because, you know, combat in this game is just brilliant. I mean, it doesn't really get much simpler or sort of better than this. And there he goes, straight down, not really much of a problem for us. Okay, and a Malforged Embers as well. You guys are going down. Boy, don't they look cool. The mod designs in this game are really, really neat, especially this one here. I love it the way it's sort of got the fire around its feet. It's really nice. Oh no, he didn't have any loot for us, unfortunately, but boy, they're quite cool, aren't they? They're pretty freaky. You sort of the corners and the ugly faces. Come on, what are you doing? Unless the Skeleton Zelo is very good at pulling aggro or hate off these guys, is he? I mean, he just sort of, he attacks them once and then they run straight at us, and I'm just like, what the hell, we're a mage. We're not exactly supposed to be tanking. Oh, and it looks like a quest is right there, but there are all sorts of nasty mobs around, so let's quickly grab this while no one's looking. And it's called Recovered Notes, and it says you found a oh damn it, we have to be close to it for it to happen. Anyway, it says you found a book scattered among the stones around this abandoned campsite. The name Nathan Crean is written in the front of this abandoned book. Perhaps he is its missing owner, and we have to bring this book to a Nathan Crean. And apparently we know exactly where he lives. But it looks like our quest objective is in this sort of hut here, so we'll quickly defeat this Malforged Emperor who is standing in our way. There we go. Okay, brilliant. We've got plenty of loot now that we can go and sell. Plus, we've also now recovered the last relic of Valhalt, or rather, the last relic for our quest. So we can now go and speak. Oh, it looks like, okay, we have a hand in over here, but we also, wait, just looking for. Where is this? I'm wondering where this quest is. Recovered notes. It says bring. Oh, it is in Divine Landing. So it looks like we have 2 handings for Divine Landing. So we'll quickly head back there. Or actually, this is probably a good chance to show you guys this Soul Recall. And obviously, this allows us to teleport straight back to Divine Landing since we are tied there, which is pretty damn cool. So off we go. Back to Divine Landing within Silverwood to hand in our 2 quests. Okay, here we go, and I think this is going to be sort of the last quest. Oh, lag. Okay, well anyway, as I was saying, these are sort of going to be our last 2 quests for this area. But boy, doesn't the armor on him look cool, folks. Jesus Christ, this game just astonishes me every time. But anyway, ooh, it's getting quite gloomy and dark around. But anyway, it says, out of the hands of evil, bless you, Tyson Shadow Mage. We will transport these relics to the Sanctum as soon as an opportunity presents itself. Know that your actions have honoured the vigil, and for this we could obviously choose a blade or a book, but I'm just going to go, because we're not going to be using either of these, to be honest, I'm going to go for the one which can sell for most, and apparently that is a book. Now let's just actually see what this looks like if we were to equip it. Okay, it just looks like a great tomb or a book. So I think we'll just be fine with it. But there we go, quest complete, awesome. And we also have this. Now this is Nathan Crean, who's that book belonged to. It says, you found my journal, thank the gods. I was on the shore notating my thoughts in great spiritual matters when those creatures spilled through a fire rift. I barely escaped losing my notebook in the chase. Thank you for returning it. I'm surprised if it was a fire rift that he lost it to. I'm surprised it didn't burn up. But there we go. We get some XP and some more gold. Plus, we're getting a ton of notoriety with the quick silver scholars. I'm not sure what why we need that yet. I'm sure it'll be just to get certain rewards. You'll need the sort of rep or the notoriety, and I'm assuming that's what it's for. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, oh, you can see the sunbeams coming in. I'm not sure, guys, if you can see that in the YouTube video, but you could just see the sunbeams coming down to the earth through the trees. Oh, this game is just fantastic. We'll definitely avoid that guy over there because he seems intent on ruining the lovely trees around here with his stupid flames. But here we go, Sterling Hills, and we are going to go. Can you see that in the distance, folks? Just doesn't it look awesome? I have no idea what that is. It's just like towers. That looks awesome. But there we go, guys. I'm probably getting like way too excited about this game, about the graphics. But really, folks, I'm the type of gamer who just loves to stop and stare and just look at all the lovely scenery that the developers have so kindly made. Okay, now let us head. Wait, actually, here we're in the Sterling Hills, and this is Rudy, who we're supposed to talk to for our Carrying the Light quest, so we will definitely do that.
Great son, an Ascended.
And he says, Carrying the Light. Well, imagine this! An Ascended is here to help us defend the forest. You have the truth of it. Though you thwarted the wanton hordes in Divine Landing, they now turn their fiery gaze towards the rest of the forest. Oh no, sounds pretty bad. But anyway, he says we can now choose, obviously, this, which is a belt. Do you have another quest for us? Yes, he has a story quest, in fact. And he says the Singed Hives, if that's the way you say it. And the summary is Rudy Tanlock wants you to gather scorched hive walls from Vespid Hives in Sterling Hills, and we have to collect 3 of those, and we'll get a new wand, which is pretty awesome, guys. Wands are basically just used for sort of powers.
Good luck.
Or sort of increased attack power if you are a mage. It doesn't really like affect what weapon you have equipped at the moment. But anyway, here we go. Dame Vieira Connell, who is apparently, by the look of it, sort of like an archer or a hunter, and she has 2 quests for us, in fact. One is called A Tear in Talaria, and it says, as a guardian, it is your duty to defeat the rifts that plague our holy forest. When you close a rift or defeat an invasion, you will often find planarite that can be traded for planar goods. If you bring some to Roth Velnom in Argent Glade, he'll certainly reward you. Okay, that's cool. We'll get a Sigil of the Plains as a reward, and we have to close, rather collect planarite from rift invasions and the like. Also, she has another one called Blessing of the Vigil, and this time the summary is Dame Valera Connell wants you to would like you to acquire planar charge by closing a rift. So we have to go and close a rift, guys, and by the sound of it, this will actually be our sort of first experience of a rift, like, you know, a proper one in the open world Solara. Obviously we saw one in the sort of the starting area, but this will actually be our sort of first experience of a sort of proper one, and I think we're now actually getting to the stage, yes, where some are actually around. Now, guys, once you sort of unlocked an area in the map, if any sort of rifts or invasions happen, it will show up through, obviously, icons. Now, this one is called a Minor Fire Rift, and it's active at the moment. It's for level 8s, and there are 3 guardians at the moment there. So it sort of just gives you a summary of what's going on, and so you know who's it for and what level you have to be to take part. Now we could obviously go do that, but by the sound of it, if there are 3 guardians already there, they're going to close it pretty quick. So I say we should go and do this, the Singed Hive Walls. So let us go and do that, and apparently our sort of quest is this way? Apparently, I'm not sure where these hive walls are though. Oh, I see, they're right by the mountainside. Actually, no, they're on top of the sort of landing up there, so we've got to head up there. Hopefully avoid any nasty mobs. That wolf looks ferocious, although thankfully it is sort of passive. It will only attack us if we attack it first. But god, doesn't the lighting look cool, folks? Oh, look at that. You've got sort of the... I'm not sure what they are. They're almost like glowing pieces of dust flying through the air, but still, guys, it just looks awesome. Now, can we sort of cheat and hop up here without having to get too involved with these flaming demons? Yeah, I think we can as well. Ah, and here we are. I think that, yes, that is a hive, a Vespid hive. I thought it looked like some sort of a cone, but what is this guy doing? A flame minion, doesn't he look cool? I think he's sort of in our way, so we'll definitely have to deal with him before we can get to the Vespid hide. I'm not sure if he's like defending it or something, but there we go. Oh, there we go! Nuclear explosion, guys. We have leveled up. That is awesome. We have a new skill point to spend, so we'll definitely open up our skill tree and see what we can get. Okay, so what could we put it into? Obviously, by the look of it, we've only got 1 skill point, so we won't be able to unlock a new ability. But what ability do we want? A charge, shield, desecrate, or contaminate? Oh, actually, draining bolt. Now this is pretty cool. Okay, guys, obviously the skill trees you have above are mostly sort of passive. They just increase your health and abilities power. But also you can get ones like this, called such as obviously this draining bolt, which is actually a spell that you can use, which is awesome. So we're definitely going to go for that. And there we go. We'll save that. And we got a new ability called draining bolt. Brilliant. And it says deals 137 to 152 death damage, healing the mage for 30% of the damage done, which is awesome. So it's sort of like a life steal, which obviously is very, very useful to us, considering we're a squishy mage. Now, I am concerned that this Vespid Hive Ward, considering the name is Hive Ward, like, you know, he's defending the hive, I'm kind of concerned that he may actually try and attack us if we do indeed attack this hive. So we'll just deal with him first. I mean, not too hard to defeat. I mean, actually, he did quite a bit of damage to us. Oh, but we've actually found a quest-bound item, so we'll definitely open this up, see what it says. Okay, agitated wildlife, and the summary is to slay Vespid darters and hive wards in Sterling Hills. We have to kill 8 Vespid darters and 3 hive wards. Now, most of the sort of, I've noticed, as I've been playing this game before, most of the sort of item quests, if you want to call them that, they are mostly sort of mob grinds, there's not really many sort of much variety, but either way, it's just a nice feature. I mean, they don't have to have like huge variety, considering Trial Worlds was good enough to sort of put in that extra feature. Yeah, here we go. I think these guys are spawning in these Vespid drones. They are spawning in due to us attacking the hive wall, but I think we've actually defeated a hive, a Vespid hive. We'll see once we've defeated this Vespid data, who I think, by the way, is actually one of our quest objectives. Yes, he is. We need 1 out of 8. There we go. 1 out of, well, rather, we need 8 of them, and we now have 1 out of 8. Now, oh, apparently we can loot this, and we get Scorched Hive Wall, which is brilliant, so that's what we need. We've got 1 out of 3 now. Where's the next one? We'll just keep going. I don't think that wolf is going to give us any bother if we attack this hive, so I think we'll just go ahead and do so. We'll quickly defeat it before anything... Oh, I was about to say before anything gets attracted to us or aggroes on us, but unfortunately this sort of Vespid data has already done that. So let's quickly finish it. How is our... actually, let's see. Can our Skeletal Archer... Oh, our... not Skeletal Archer, our Skeletal Zealot defeat it. I was about to say, could he actually do it? And he did as well. I was wondering if he might just be doing some useless attacks, which weren't really doing much damage. But apparently no, he actually can fight pretty well. And all these minions and flame legions and monsters are all sort of attacking him. Poor thing, but he is dead already. So I mean, if he dies, I mean, we could just summon him again. It's not really much of a big deal. And obviously there is a hive ward, which is obviously one of our quest objectives. It's coming towards us, so we'll knock it back with our awesome Thunder Blast, which by far and away is probably my favourite ability right now that we have. I mean, obviously the other ones look good. That one just feels so satisfying when you use it, and obviously it's very powerful at the same time. And there we go, we defeated another sort of hive. Not that it really fought back in any way, but still pretty cool either way. And I'm wondering, can he defeat us that before we help? No. Let's use our Draining Bolt. See how this works. So it hits and then it restores us. You can see we've got 43 sort of healing. Or in a hive ward sort of bug is attacking us. A Vespid bug is attacking us. But actually, this is one thing I haven't mentioned. These guys actually look pretty damn cool. I mean, you can see the individual sort of veins running through their wings, and they look very neat indeed. But anyway, let's go ahead and loot this. We'll obviously get one more sort of bunch of Scorched Hive Walls, which obviously is our quest. Now, Vespid Darcher, it's Darter, what the hell? That is one of our quest objectives. So we'll go ahead and attack this and take it down. Come on, there we go. And we even get some loot from it as well. Now I'm not sure, we definitely need to find a merchant, because I was about to say I'm not sure what to do with all this loot, but we definitely need to find a merchant to sell all of our sort of useless items, which we no longer need. Now one thing you may sort of notice me doing is I kind of keep switching between, so it's obviously clicking on my abilities like so, or just clicking 4, 3, 2, 1 with buttons. I don't know, I kind of like doing that, because obviously I don't like just having the mouse not really doing much, but I also like to now and again sort of feel that I'm actually using the buttons, and I like just, you know, doing a variety. It doesn't really matter anyway, does it, folks? And I think the hive wall's almost down. If our lesser skeletal zealot helps finish it up. Now, how much damage does necrosis do? Oh, I see. It is actually a dot over time. It's not just purely a DPS move. It is a damage over time effect. Okay, there we go. Okay, we now have got how many out of the darters? 5. Okay, that's pretty good. And we can now loot this hive here to get the last bunch of hive walls. Which is awesome, but I think I'd like to sort of, since we're here and we're near all these Vespid darters, we can definitely sort of take them down before we go back to the Sterling Hills, or rather back to Rudy, to hand in our quests, because I like to do them all at the same time. I mean, we only need 2 more, and let's face it guys, they're not too hard to take down. I mean, they go down pretty damn quick, although they do apparently have a long-ranged attack, as that one just showed us. Where are the other ones? That one's a hive ward, which we've already got 3 out of 3 for that. The Vespid Darchers, why do I keep saying that? What the hell? Vespid Darters seems to sort of be quite small in comparison, and blue as well. Where are they? I'm not really sure at the moment. I guess they must just sort of be around. No, they're not really around anywhere, to be honest. Maybe if we attack a hive, wait, what's that? No, what's hiding behind it? What's over the hill? Oh, it's a flame, damn it. I was about to say, maybe if we attack the hive wall, Vespids obviously will appear, and so we can attack them as well. So I think we'll just do that. We'll leave our minions keep attacking this thing, hopefully attract more of them. Oh, this one gave us some loot, very nice. Actually, our sort of skeletal zealot is not too bad at attacking, because I mean in other games you obviously have minions, or rather pets, who just don't really do much, let's face it, they're not really that useful, but this one actually is. Oh, and there we go, we have completed that quest. Obviously once again we get this sort of treasury thing, whatever it was called, and we can complete the quest immediately, which is quite cool. And there's obviously agitated wildlife, and it says, excellent work Ascended. Guardian travellers will be much safer with fewer Vespids inhabiting this part of the forest. And obviously we get some notoriety once again. We're getting a ton of notoriety. I think if we go into our character menu and obviously go notoriety, we are now neutral. Now I'm not sure if it's sort of like you have to get part way across this bar to get friendly with them, or if you have to go all the way, because if we have to get halfway we are pretty damn close to being friendly with these guys. If not, we're a while away, but we're steadily making our way there. Now, where is our... do we have any other quest objectives? Just think about it. Do we have any other quest objectives around here? No, it looks like the rift is closed, so I think we're just going to have to head back to Sterling Hills to hand in our quest back to our Mr. Rudy Stanlop, which isn't a bad thing, obviously. I was just hoping there would be a rift around that we could do. Oh god damn it, this guy just aggroed on us. I didn't realise these guys actually aggroed to you from so sort of far away. But there we go. Come on. Come on, down you go, there we go. And these guys drop loot quite rapidly, or rather they have quite a high chance of dropping loot for us. Okay, and now obviously here we are back in this sort of camp area. With Rudy, who is somewhere around. Ah, here we go. Rudy Tanlop. And here we go. Singed hives, and it says, I'm no scholar, but you have to be blind not to recognize the taint of fire magic bursting from these hive walls. The goblins are up to their old tricks again, and will all be reduced to cinder if their fire magic spreads through Silverwood. Ooh, that sounds foreboding, but not too bad, because we get a nice wand for our efforts. Now, which one's better? This one just gives us +3 intelligence. This one gives us +1 intelligence, but +3 wisdom. So I think that one sounds better. And also it gives some death damage as well, and increases some of our stats, which is pretty damn nice indeed. Now here we go, we got another quest. However, this one does not look like a story quest, which is kind of a bit strange. But anyway, it says it's called Seek Out Argent Glade, and it says Rudy Tanlop wants you to follow the road north and deliver his report to Colton Fedel in Argent Glade. So it sounds like this is sort of a
for your assistance.
Quest which will take us up to sort of the next area along this road here. Yes, here we go. It means that we have to travel up along this road. We're getting quite close to the other quest which we picked up back in Divine Landing, but for now I don't really want to do that straight away, just purely because I would like to obviously do these planar ones, or rather rift ones, instead in the meantime, just because they're in the area, guys. But anyway, we have actually sort of run out of time for this episode, so I'm afraid we are going to have to end it up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I guess now all there is left to say is that I hope you're having a great week wherever you are in the world. I hope to see you next time in our future episodes of Rift, and of course our other series. I will see you then, and bye bye.